Hi guys, welcome to Quarantine Kitchen with Romy Gill. In this series, we are going to show you how to raid your cupboard and make delicious recipes without panic buying in your house with your family, eating and sharing recipes together. So today I'm going to show you in this episode how to make spicy chole. Chole is just chickpeas, which everybody has in their cupboard and it's so simple and easy to make. Don't worry if you don't have these ingredients. Add anything what you have in your cupboard, please. That's why I've been emphasizing. And there's a little bit of oil in there. Indian cooking, you need oil or butter or ghee. I'm not going to judge anybody here. I am going to put some garlic salt. A lot of people have garlic salt in their cupboards. If you don't have garlic, just like any fresh garlic is fine as well. I quite like garlic salt sometimes. If you are meat eaters, you can also have, when you're making like your chicken or something, it's about a teaspoon in there. So I'm going to put some tomato puree. You know what, I always have tomato puree in my cupboard for a serving spoon. So you're just going to mix it, but the key ingredient here is the water to dilute it. So if you don't have tomato puree, blitz the tomatoes. If you have fresh tomatoes or tin tomatoes, you can blitz in a blender or hand blender or any kind of blender you have. So here I'm keeping it quite low heat because you don't want the tomato paste to burn. Now I am adding some fresh coriander because I had them growing in my garden, but you have to be very careful. But I will honestly tell you, just use any dry herbs you have. And people who have their herb patches, please use any herbs you want. So I am not going to preach you to add coriander, just coriander. Parsley is great. Flat leaf parsley or any kind of parsley is brilliant. Sage, but not too much of it. So we're going to just quickly cook that a little bit and then add salt. In Indian cooking, seasoning is very important, you see. And then, see, this recipe reminds me of my childhood because we used to take this long journey with my mum, 24-hour long journey with my mum and my brother and sister. And I used to live in West Bengal. You know, India is such a big country. You can see the map. And then we used to take this beautiful journey with my mum. And sadly, she passed away last year, but her memories are all there with the food we shared. You know, mum was very close to my heart, but I do miss her. But I do also cherish the memory I shared with her. So this train journey was so amazing because she used to make this picnic for us, beautiful picnic. But we also used to crave for these. The train used to stop in the stations and we used to eat all the street food. And this reminds me of a street food and also one of the main kind of food that people in Punjab eat. It's called chole bhature. Bhature is a deep fried bread and with this chickpeas. And we also have black chickpeas that we use a lot in India, especially in Punjab. And this actually reminds me of my family. So that's why I'm making this dish that you can share with your family without, spending a lot of money. So in goes the chickpea tins. Also, if somebody has dried chickpeas and they're worried about how to use it, you can soak a little bit of bicarbonate soda, salt, hot water overnight and then cook it on the heat and voila, it becomes your like chickpeas like that. So if you have dried chickpeas, you can use those as well. This is it. Look at that. How amazing is this? So simple. My mom used to add fenugreek methi, which is fenugreek leaves. I used to love the smell of that. Because you might not have that in your cupboard, actually some supermarkets do sell it, but don't go rushing buying that. So now I'm going to use a garam masala. Garam masala is a blend of different spices. You can make your own. You can buy in any kind of local shops and supermarkets as well. How good is that looking? This is so nice. Even sometimes when I don't have any bread or anything like that at home, I mean like roti, or I don't want to make it, I just use a bread, toast it and use with the chickpeas. So good. This is such a good recipe for your mental health being, because it's such a fun recipe, so quick, so easy. And also, you know, times like this, we need to make it fun, because cooking is something very joyous. We enjoy cooking, we love to eat, you know, we work to eat as well. So I think this is a joy. You know, cherish your time. What you have is just enjoy cooking with different things and be creative in your kitchen. You never know, you can be next Jamie Oliver or next Romy Gill. There you go. I am just going to switch that off because the chickpeas are already cooked, so don't overcook them, because we don't need to overcook them. You can always make it more extra if you have a bigger family. And the best tip I'll tell you, you can freeze this. You can freeze this as well. That's the beauty about a lot of cooking, not just Indian cooking. You can freeze all these things. That smell of fresh coriander. I know there are a lot of people who sometimes don't like fresh coriander, so don't use fresh coriander. Use any dry herbs you like in your store cupboard, or if you have fresh herbs, use those. So I'm going to show you how beautiful this looks. And so simple and so delicious. Enjoy. I can't wait to dig in. So good. Garlic salt, turmeric, fresh coriander, chickpeas. So good. Thank you everyone for watching Romy's Quarantine Kitchen. If you watched it, please give a thumbs up or a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed the channel, do go and subscribe it if you're not already subscribed it. You'll be watching more and more different kind of dishes we're going to be making on the YouTube channel.